Hi friends, I hope you're having fun today learning all about fish. Well, in one of our videos earlier, we labeled the different parts of a fish, and I've got him right here. We've got his mouth, his eyes, he's got fins in the top and on the sides, a tail, and then do you remember that special part of his body that helps him to breathe underwater? Yes, the gills. Well, this science activity is going to help us understand, hopefully a little bit more, how those gills work to help the fish breathe underwater. You will need a glass cup or even a plastic cup that you can see through. You'll need a coffee filter, a rubber band, some water in something that can easily be poured out, and then some coffee. Now, if you don't have coffee, you could also use sand. Here's how this is going to work. We are going to take this coffee filter and I want you to put it over the top of your glass cup or your plastic cup, and I want you to put the rubber band over top of that so it's on there real good. The coffee filter is going to represent our fish's gills. We're going to pretend that this is the fish's gills, okay? Now, when the fish is swimming, that water is passing over the gills. Well, we've got some water here. Inside that water is oxygen, and oxygen is what you and I and the fishes need to breathe. Well, we're going to use our coffee to represent oxygen that is inside the water. So if you've got some coffee or maybe even sand, I want you to pour a little bit. Don't use too much of Mom and Dad's coffee. I want you to pour some of that into your water, and remember, we're pretending that that is the oxygen that is inside the water. Now I'm just going to stir this up a little bit with my finger there, and now we are going to pretend that the fish, remember this, the coffee filter is his gills, is swimming through the water, and the water is going to pass over the gills or the filter. And let's find out what happens when we do that, okay? Okay, ooh, I'm noticing there's water dripping down into the cup, but the coffee is staying up here on the top. Well, let me pour a little bit more. Let me show you close up what's happening. The water is going down into the cup, but do you see the coffee is staying up on top of the filter? Well, that's kind of like a fish's gills. When the water is passing over the gills, the fish is able to capture the oxygen that is in the water and take that oxygen into its body. Just like the coffee. Remember, the coffee represents the oxygen is staying up here. It's like that oxygen is staying in the fish's body, but the water goes right back out into the ocean. I'm going to put a little bit more on there. This is pretty neat. How cool is that? So every time the fish is swimming and the water is running over its gills, it's catching the oxygen, keeping the oxygen in its body to help it breathe, and the water just goes right back out the fish into the ocean. So cool. Well, I hope this helps you understand a little bit better how a fish is able to breathe underwater. Have fun!